want to call to order the August 13, 2019 meeting of the City of Columbiana Planning Commission. I'd like you all to rise for the invocation and pledge allegiance.
Lord, we pray that you give our commission members the faith and courage to carry on their duties. Help them to do right, to deal fairly with others, and to place their trust in you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. Call the roll.
Does everyone have a microphone? Scott?
Here.
Donna? Rick?
Here.
Tucker?
Here.
Brian?
Here.
Mark?
Here. Okay, we have a quorum. First of all, we received the two sets of minutes. The minutes of the meeting of July 9, 2019, and the minutes of the special meeting on July 16, 2019. Any questions or comments on those minutes? Hearing none, they will be approved as submitted. Okay, we have no old business. We'll move to the new business item. The first is the site plan review. Shane Miller seeks the Planning Commission's approval to open an antique store, Old Cluttered Corner Antiques, at 103 South Main Street, formerly Rails Pool Hall. You want to come forward, Shane? Talk to us a little bit about your project. You can give your name.
Yeah, Shane Miller. We've been doing this for a good while now. This would be our fourth location. Basically what we do is we sell antiques, we repurpose. The first floor is about 80% would be just selling only down there. The upstairs would be 100% of just resell. We rent out spaces to vendors, and then the vendors bring their own stuff in also and sell. There's one little small area downstairs that's about, I'd say 15% of the downstairs, where we'll have a food vendor selling food. They would also go through their own proceedings with the Columbiana the Columbiana County to get their approval for everything they would need. Other than that, it's about what you all have seen so far that has been into our shop, and it would be expect more of the same of that.
Anyone have any questions for Shane? Is this part of that pop-up stuff? Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we were called in for the pop-up stuff. That's what got us into the building. Once I got in there and started getting all my stuff in there, then I went and talked to Mr. Rowland about signing a lease and getting in with him long term, and that's what we're planning on doing there long term here. So we're hoping we don't, we're hoping
pop-up, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it started as a pop-up, but we don't plan on leaving it, you guys approve it. We don't plan on going anywhere for a very long time.
Yes. And where are your locations?
East Palestine, Ohio. All three of our shops are down there. We have about 95 vendors down there between the three stores. We started, we used to rent spaces off, and that's how me and Tammy got started. And then it got to the point where we took over the first store a little over 2 years ago. The second location down there, it was ran by someone else. They come to us and asked us to take it over. We did that. It was a year ago in June. And then we just outgrew both of those locations with our vendors. So we opened a third store down there, and now it's full also of vendors. So all three of our shops are full of vendors down there. So I mean, everybody just seems to like us. We have a good rapport with our vendors, and we hope to, carry on the tradition here. So.
For anybody that's within the store, it's very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice, set up very well. I like the fish tank. It's very nice. It's like a workout. Point of clarification on the food in the back. It will be pretty much like it was under the other vendor or the other tenant.
you know, we talked today, it sounds like
It's gonna be light stuff, salads, sandwiches, they're not gonna do any extreme heavy cooking, they're planning on doing pasta salads, old fashioned milkshakes, that sort of thing. Just to try to keep more flow coming in. We're probably, extend our hours to like 8 o'clock every night for them also. So we're gonna kind of work hand in hand with them to try to make sure it works for all of us.
Any other questions? Shane?
I move to approve as submitted.
Second.
Motion is second. Any other questions or comments on the motion to approve this antique store? Hearing none, I'd like Ian to call the roll.
Scott?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
We're excited about having you in town, and we
Thank
wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, we're very excited about being here. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item, Daniel and Christina Patrick, with the Planning Commission's approval, would like to open a restaurant at 8 South Main Street. Is Daniel here?
Sir.
Would you like to come forward?
Yes. Steve.
Good evening.
My name's Dan Patrick. We're interested in starting a Cajun-style restaurant here downtown on the main street in Columbiana. Kind of my first council meeting, so I don't know really where to go from there.
Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what you plan to do there?
Initially we're gonna start off serving lunch and dinner, and eventually get into a breakfast style. Me and my wife both and family are all from Louisiana. We've been up here about 4 or 5 years. Live in the Dover area and really like this area. We've got friends and pretty close friends in this area as well. As we're going to consider moving here. That's the original game plan that got started into the restaurant. Talking to some other business owners and stuff like that in the area, the rapport and requests have been immediate, just excitement. So we're going to do sandwiches and then dinners, make full dinners. Also sell beer and stuff like that with the dinners and stuff like that. So it'd be more traditional Cajun dishes, along with some normal food, burgers and chicken and stuff like that.
Do you have any experience running restaurants?
Yes, sir. My family has owned 4 restaurants as I was a kid growing up, so I kind of pretty much grew up in the kitchen with my parents. My wife had a catering service back in Louisiana, probably 2.5, 3 years, so it's nothing really new to us. This will be our first one we own, but it's not nothing new to us. I've ran companies in the past, and I currently still do operate in management for oil field style companies, and this is going to be our semi-retirement plan that we can give something to our kids.
You mentioned beer.
Yes, sir.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're applying for our license to sell manufactured alcohol.
Okay, so are we talking
Just
craft
like
beer?
beer and wine.
Craft
Yes.
beer, you're going to make it?
No, sir.
You're getting a liquor license,
Yes.
applying for a liquor license?
Yes, sir. We're in the process of applying for it now.
When I know I stopped by and walked through there a couple of days ago, just the door happened to be open. I just wondered if you guys was there working. I talked to them, I looked at it. I mean, it's a beautiful facility the ovens and everything is all back in it. I think that we found out last time from the previous person that was going to open it, there was a well put together food facility. I'm excited to see someone who's going to use it for its intended purpose. I would just like to actually see this one open.
That's different.
Yeah, so, no, I'm excited about it, and I'd like to have spend a little bit of time in Arkansas, so I'd be excited to have some, a little bit of Cajun back.
And we do a lot of stuff with the community as well. We have a big, huge room in the back. We can do meetings or whatever, really. I mean, graduation parties or community crawfish boils, that type of stuff. And,
Crawfish what?
Boil.
Little country boil. Come on, you can't know like country boil.
I'll have to make sure to get you a first. But, we do a lot of community back in Dover. Been on the booster club at the high school, all my kids, I got 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls, they go to middle school, elementary, and high schools there, and we're looking to continue the same thing in this community as well. We've already looked at schools, like I said, we're gonna purchase a home somewhere in the Columbiana area. That's just our end goal.
Good, fantastic.
I think there's a desire and a need for more, especially like personal restaurants, not the big chains. I think you'll do very good.
And it's good, it's very big following, especially at lunch, so not too hard to get in there.
Right. And we've been visiting this area for, like I said, the last 4 years. One of my friends here is a business owner in the area, so we've talked to people, we brought food to his business, and people love it. They're, man, you should open a restaurant, you should open, I've just heard it for 4 years, and I finally we're making a big step, you know, to do that.
Yeah.
Very good. Any other questions?
Or when do you plan to open? What are you looking forward to timeline?
We're gonna try to make a soft opening towards October, but realistically, in the real world, it'd probably be November-ish. The reason I say October, it's kind of a set goal for myself to work harder and push harder to get things done. You know, if I just say, we'll go in December, it'll be November, January, but if I push myself towards October, because we're getting such a close window, that's really what I'd love to shoot for.
Okay, look, for somebody that wasn't sure how he could talk about his business, you did a real nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any other questions?
I'll make a motion, we accept as presented.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion second to approve the open restaurant at 8 South Main with Cajun food. I'd like to find out what that is.
Have to come see.
Cook alligators.
Oh, yeah, we'll have alligator bites and stuff like that. All different kind of stuff.
How much frog legs?
Oh, yeah, probably so. It's hard to keep them in the pan, though.
I'll tell you a story about that sometime.
Do you have
Some kids, I listen.
Do you have a name thought of that?
Yes, sir, we're gonna call it the Big Easy. It's kind of little underneath, and a lot of people don't know what the Big Easy is. Kind of like the Big Apple is New York. What Big Easy is New Orleans, and that's kind of what we're gonna run like a theme, you know, with the music and the foods, and even some, you know, once we get moved here and settled real good, we'll have breakfast, you know, the shrimp and grits and the beignets and the coffee and stuff like that, and just kind of give it a southern flavor of north, you know.
I think it'll be a hit.
Yes.
Great. Is there any questions on the motion? Lynn, will call the roll.
Rick?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Brian?
Yep.
Josh?
Yes.
Okay, it's approved. Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you. Yeah, that's good. Good man. Very nice. Your family back there?
It's my wife and 2 of the 4. Yeah.
That's good. Hi, guys.
You should be very proud.
Yeah. Proud you have.
I'm just looking at having to come home from school and go to work.
That's not a bad thing.
They're cheaper than buying a dishwasher.
Okay, our next item on the agenda is a replat. The city of Columbiana purchased 0.950 acres, 9.950 acre of property on southeast corner of Route 7 and 14, the former Angelilli's market location. The city now wishes to split the lot into 2 lots. Who's gonna speak for this?
Yeah, well, so the council authorized us to sell that off. I did not realize it was gonna have to come with planning commission for a lot split, but we're closing on that property this week, and we needed to split that. And there's 2 sections. One's the .35, and the other one's the .4 that's mentioned there. And the city will maintain ownership of the actual current right-hand turning lane, and we are keeping enough land there to make another turning lane in the future, whether that's, you know, 10 or 15 years or 5 years from now, we'll be able to do that. We won't have to take that if we do end up putting a new turning lane there. Because currently from the south, if you're coming from the south, there's not a turning lane there. But they, when ODOT, when we did the traffic study, we did not need a turning lane, but we might in the future.
Okay, so this is where a lot split. Did, board get a chance to look at this information? So it's, why don't you go over that again? It's a total of how many acres?
It's .9-ish, and we're splitting it up into the .352 and the .453.
So you're splitting it up to future sale of that lot, while you maintain a turning lane, possibly?
Correct, we're gonna maintain that turning lane.
Okay.
Lance, what, the existing building,
Yeah,
is that on
that'll be on the,
westernmost or easternmost?
it'll be on the eastern, and then it'll be the .453 track.
So that would be up to Mr. Maple, what he wanted to do with it
Yeah.
in the future.
Yep.
Any immediate plans from him or not necessarily? I think he's still looking at phase 2, across the road, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, they put a lot of, utilities in on that, that southeast corner, but I don't see them doing anything with, this track. I mean, it's not even half an acre.
No.
I'll make a motion that we approve it as it is.
Is there a second?
Second.
Scott, second that motion. Is there any other comments regarding the motion? Again, call the roll.
Tucker?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Okay. Now, the order we have these, these next items, are there any commission comments? Anyone up here have a comment tonight? Okay, now we'll entertain any comments from anybody out there. Anyone want to approach the planning commission? Comment or question? Okay, hearing none. No other business, I call for adjournment. All in